Welcome back to the Kaspa Silver YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about what had happened yesterday with Kaspa and the flash crash that we saw and what we can pretty much learn from it. So yesterday, Kaspa had dumped all the way down to about 7 cents here. You could see that the actual low was hit at 0.072. And if we look at this candle right here, when that happened, that was about a 50+% drop, almost 37% drop right here. But if we go from like the most recent peak, yeah, we're seeing about over 50% drop. And if we check from the most recent all-time high, you can see that that was equivalent to over 60% drop now from the most recent all-time high. But since then, it's already recovered. It did have a really quick V-shaped recovery. I was actually able to pick up some Kaspa under 10 cents at about 9.5 cents. I have some people that were able to pick it up at 8 cents and 7 cents. So really good opportunity to buy in my opinion. But what was the reason for this? Well, it seems that there was about $2.3 billion liquidated from the cryptocurrency market during that time. And this is, for the most part, related to the tariff war that Trump had recently started. You can see here that on January 31st, this was talked about that Trump was going to propose 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico, and that they could potentially start on February 1st. And basically what a tariff is, it's a tax imposed by one country on the goods and services that are being imported from another country to influence it, raise revenues, or protect competitive advantages. Now, in the case that's happening here with America, Trump's pretty much imposing these tariffs to be a threat to Mexico and Canada, and literally within a day, both countries agree to some deals that would postpone these tariffs for about 30 days, and they agreed to basically help secure the border from the north and the south. And in exchange, Trump would postpone these tariffs for about 30 days. Now, it seems that the markets did not like this news about tariffs and basically started to dump drastically. We also did recently have the FOMC meeting, where they basically hinted at the fact that they're only going to cut interest rates twice this year. So that's another reason why markets could pretty much get shaken up. The markets all around were hit very hard, and the Bitcoin dominance spiked significantly, hitting all the way up to 64% here. Also, when these dumps happened, a couple exchanges started to experience a lot of issues due to the dumps. And not only that, ZegX exchange had put this out saying, "Dear users, in this hard time, our CEO was hacked and he lost the Telegram account and ZegX community group. Besides that, we still don't know details about it. Also, what is important in this moment is that we succeed to lock down wallets so funds are safe. Problem with logins is still there due that we disconnected database from the network, and we will go in the background to examine everything. Next news will be more detailed after we get a wider picture." But basically, anyone that had an account on ZegX, they were not able to log in. And this is just, again, another reason why it's so important to self-custody your Kaspa in your own wallet, because these exchanges, especially when there's dumps like this, some of them cannot handle the activity that starts to happen on their exchanges when everyone starts to dump. Not only that, CoinEx was another exchange where if you were visiting it for a moment of time, you were getting a bad gateway error. And not only that, their wallet has experienced millions of Kaspa draining from it. You can see here that it's currently only sitting at 919,000 Kaspa, but you could see that also before the dump happened, they had close to 8 million Kaspa, and it just completely tanked. And some people told me that they saw as low as 500,000 Kaspa. And so basically the CoinEx wallet has just been completely drained, which is good. I mean, you see they have a couple other wallets here. This one only has 9 Kaspa left in it, and then this one has about 3,000 Kaspa in it. But yeah, CoinEx really doesn't have a lot of Kaspa on their exchange, and there wasn't really any announcements when they were having some issues with their exchange, with people getting bad gateway error. They didn't really say anything. All that we did get yesterday was the fact that CoinEx announced they're going to delist the Kaspa USDT margin trading pair. Now, this is not the spot market. This is the margin market. And some people were spreading that CoinEx is delisting Kaspa altogether. No, this is just the margin trading pair for people that are using leverage and they're buying Kaspa with money that they don't have. You can see here that crypto loan services of the above margin trading pair will be suspended on February 3rd, 2025. And in my opinion, this is actually super good because there's way too much Kaspa that is being traded with margin. And when this happens, you have these insane liquidity issues. And that's why on CoinEx, you could see here that the price supposedly dropped all the way down to 0.004 on CoinEx. Now, from my understanding, no one was really able to purchase Kaspa at this price, but still you could just see here that there's not enough liquidity, which causes these huge fluctuations in price. And it also just is the reason why Kaspa dumped so hard, was because a bunch of leverage traders started getting liquidated. And then that's why the price drops even more. So the less people that are leverage trading means that we can have a more stable price and people won't be getting liquidated, forcing them to have to sell, which forces the price to fluctuate like it did. So we also see all across the board here, if we're looking in the last 24 hours, tons of exchanges had millions of Kaspa drained, which is always good to see when lots of Kaspa is moving off exchanges. But other than that, this was seriously an opportunity, in my opinion. Nothing really to freak out about. I said here, seriously, if you thought yesterday was a time to sell your Kaspa, you're not ready to be in this market. If you can't handle the volatility, you don't deserve the enormous reward this market could bring depending on what you hold. Nothing has changed. Fundamentals are stronger than ever. Continue researching Kaspa. And if we do go to the Kaspa chart here, if you were to just simply purchase Kaspa at that bottom, Kaspa went on to recover and closed at about a 50% gain in a single day. So that is pretty crazy. Almost all cryptocurrencies experience this huge V-shaped recovery. It's already back sitting at 10 cents. So if you were literally just sleeping and busy all day, you probably just didn't even know what happened. And you looked back and Kaspa's just back at 10 cents. So it was a quick opportunity for those of you that caught it. Good job. But these are some things we can learn from this flash crash. Number one, it is crucial to have an emergency fund. Your only source of money in an emergency should never have to come from your investments. And I say this because some people invest into cryptocurrency and the money that it's invested is usually money that they need to pay bills. And let's say you needed to pay a bill yesterday and Kaspa literally dropped over 30% in a few hours. It's not that stable enough to be a source for you to hold your money and need that money very soon. And in my opinion, any investment, you should never put money in any investment that is money you're going to need like within a week's time because you need to pay bills. That is just never a smart way to be investing. Always have an emergency fund. I like to have about 3 months worth of income in an emergency fund, in cash, in a nice savings account with high yield. I never touch it. It's always ready to go. Secondly, kill debt. Your active income is your greatest wealth building tool. Debt only keeps you a slave. I personally only have a home loan, which is typically the only thing you should have as debt if necessary. When you have debt, that just takes away from your active income and from you being able to invest during these times of opportunity. Thirdly, have savings. After the emergency fund, build up cash that you are able to use for dips like we just saw, and also ensure you can cover your bills. I personally have a budget of how much money I should invest monthly. So I always have money ready to go because I typically like to split it up into weeks on how much I can invest each month. But I also do have cash reserves that are ready to go to be deployed in case of dips like this. And I was able to use that. And then number 4, DCA, dollar cost average in. As much as you might want to FOMO as you build conviction, it's important to have strategic buys that you follow consistently, which will only enable you to catch nice discounts. I like to buy weekly, every Monday, a set amount. And then number 5, avoid leverage. This kind of game is a losing game long term and hurts the price of Kaspa more in the short term. Buy spot, send to your wallet right away. Exchanges should never be trusted ever. And this just goes out to those people that love to try to trade leverage. I mean, you could see here, anyone that had leverage on CoinX was completely liquidated, and now they're not even going to let you use leverage anymore on CoinX, which is good, but it's just a losing game. The wicks that happen within cryptocurrency can literally just liquidate you in seconds. You would not even see it coming. So it's best to just simply buy and hold long term, send to your wallet. Don't try to trade in and out of these markets. It is just statistically not a winning game. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. And if you need a wallet so that you could secure Kaspa offline and off exchanges, Tangem, you could get a 3-card set for 10% off if you use the code Kaspa Silver at the checkout. I do receive a commission for this, and it greatly does help support the channel, but Tangem is a really good wallet to make sure that your cryptocurrency is kept in a cold storage manner. If you do get Tangem, please do not use the seed phrase option. There are other wallets that you should look into if you seriously want a seed phrase. Tangem, the whole purpose is to not have a seed phrase, and if you do, you just only increase your risk. So please, if you do get a Tangem, don't use the seed phrase option. If you seriously do want a seed phrase, look into other wallet alternatives such as OneKey or Ledger to hold your Kaspa offline and off exchanges. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new around here, and as always, don't be average. Be different.